Welcome to NTR Neothink Radio on the road to the White House with the 12 Visions Party. NTR Neothink Radio is not entertainment. NTR is the only radio show that promotes positive change and gives the answers. The 12 Visions Party is not a tea party. In fact, the 12 Visions Party reaches out to our tea party friends and encourages their voice. The 12 Visions Party is not affiliated with any political party. This show introduces you to the market businessmen and women who are building this party of real change. Market businessmen and women, not career politicians. This show is devoted to all of us who have been victimized by corrupt politicians and big government. Join us on the road to the White House with the 12 Visions Party. Your host, Steve Fagan.
Hello and welcome to NTR Neothink Radio on the road to the White House. I'm Steve Fagan, your host. This show offers you the opportunity to hear ordinary people talk about an alternative system to move our lives forward and live happily, even with prosperity. Making all the people rich, including the poor. That is right. Making all the people rich, including the poor. You ask, how can this happen? Well, dear listeners, the answer is the 12 Visions Party. Well, welcome everyone again. Really am excited about tonight's meeting and our show because you know what this is? We're taking this to part 2. Last week you had the chance to hear members of the National 12 Visions Party Committee discuss the speech given by Mark Hamilton a few weeks ago. And we got into what we call the nitty-gritty, into the details. Exactly what is the 12 Visions Party movement? How do you participate? Where did it come from? How was it created? And where is it going? And we went into those details. We had discussions and we had points of view, and we really wanted to find out exactly how Mark Hamilton created the 12 Visions Party movement, and then how members are moving forward to help it become part of life and get us out of the rule of man. And basically, we want to end the rule of man to launch the wealth of mankind. And that's what the 12 Visions Party is going to be doing. So this evening, or if we end throughout this show, we are going to go to part 2 of Mark Hamilton's speech. There's so much information in there. We want to get into that additional nitty-gritty information and find exactly how did Mark Hamilton understand and create the 12 Visions Party? Where are people developing to become what we call self-leaders? How is that happening? We hear the term, the 12 Visions Party is going to move the world forward. But we also heard in Mark's speech about Neothink moving individuals forward. So we want to hear more about that. What does that mean? Well, tonight we're going to find out through our panel. But before we get started, I'd like to go ahead and read the Prime Law. The Prime Law, the fundamental of protection. Preamble. The purpose of human life is to prosper and live happily. The function of government is to provide the conditions that let individuals fulfill that purpose. The Prime Law guarantees those conditions by forbidding the use of initiatory force, fraud, or coercion by any person or group against any individual, property, or contract. Article 1. No person, groups of persons, or government shall initiate force, threat of force, or fraud against any individual's self, property, or contract. Article 2. Force is morally and legally justified only for protection from those who violate Article 1. Article 3. No exceptions shall exist for Articles 1 and 2. Very powerful, the Prime Law. As you all know, we mentioned the word the 12 Visions Party. Well, it's always good to know, where did the name come from? What is entailed with the 12 Visions? Well, in order to have a better understanding, I've asked a member of the 12 Visions Party National Committee, Mr. Larry Wert, to step up, and would Larry please read the 12 Visions?
Thank you, Steve. The 12 Visions for you of the 12 Visions Party. Vision 1, become the person you were meant to be. Vision 2, live the life you were meant to live. Vision 3, feel extraordinary every day. Vision 4, slow down aging permanently. Vision 5, land the job of your dreams. Vision 6, build the business of your passions. Vision 7, experience the love of your life. Vision 8, have the body you've always envied. Vision 9, become a genius of society. Vision 10, have everything you've ever wanted via the free-to-soar geniuses and super technologies. Vision 11, ride a prosperity wave to riches via falling prices and soaring buying power. Vision 12, enjoy nearly perfect health via soaring medical technologies and falling prices. Those are the 12 visions.
Well, thank you, Larry. That is a foundation for the 12 Visions Party, the 12 Visions. We will be talking more about the 12 Visions in upcoming shows and really getting input from other individuals who are currently using the 12 Visions in their lives. But for tonight, we have a very special evening and a very special panel who will be helping me to get more into the nitty-gritty of Mark Hamilton's speech. I have asked the following members involved with the 12 Visions Party to help get the word out, to all of you listening tonight. And I'd like to introduce our panel. We have Mr. Michael Dilworth. Michael is the chairman of the 12 Visions Party National Committee. Also joining us is Jill Reed. Jill Reed is a state officer in Wyoming for the 12 Visions Party. We also have Larry Wert, who is also a 12 Visions Party national officer, and Sue Moore from the state of Washington. And Sue is also a state 12 Visions Party officer. Welcome, everybody.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, hi, Larry. Good evening, Jill. Nice to have you on board with us.
Thank you.
Good. Sue, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you, Steve.
Great. Terrific. And Michael Dilworth, how are you, Michael?
I'm fantastic, Steve. Thank you.
All right. Terrific. Great. You know, I just want to make a comment. As this show is being prepared, a few of us just came back from Virginia, and I'm going to do a little side note, and I'm going to ask Mr. Larry Wert to step up for a moment. And, you know, we're moving forward. We're getting this out to the nitty-gritty, to the grassroots. And I use the word nitty-gritty a few times because I want to get it out there for people, our listeners, to get the word and understand. We go into details. We go into specifics. So we go into the grassroots. We go at the state level. We're doing things at a national level. But yesterday we had a wonderful experience. And, Larry, I'd like to get a feel from your end because I know you were at the convention. And this is actually the 12 Visions Party of Virginia had a state convention yesterday, actually, as we're recording today. We had it. And we'd like to know, you know, what were your thoughts about yesterday being in Virginia at the convention?
Well, Steve, thanks for asking for my comments here. Yeah, as with any other of the events I've attended with the Neothink Society and even the 12 Visions Party, the electricity in the air, I could feel it there, the enthusiasm, the stimulation. What really set the tone for me is when the officers from 12 Visions Party Virginia actually got up and stated their personal motivation for why they're doing what they're doing with the 12 Visions Party. And a little later on in the program, I shared my personal motivation. And that it was a joy to hear those people state their personal reasons for being involved with the 12 Visions Party. And I always say this, I always enjoy being at all those events for the Society and the 12 Visions Party because all the people I get to meet, the old friends that I haven't seen for a while, and it's just the stimulation and the value exchange that I enjoy the most. So it was a great time, and I'm glad I made the trip.
I'm glad, too. I'm glad also that you did, Larry, because I too, feel the same way. You know, once I have a chance to get with individuals who understand it's time to make a change, it's time to move forward. How many of us out there are so frustrated with the current situation and want to make a difference and want to really move forward? And they're asking, how can I make the difference? What can I do? How can I improve to be able to get my voice out there? What are the methods or the tools? And it's so important because when we're in a room like we were yesterday, there's so much energy because these were people who were doers. Wouldn't you say, Larry? These were doers.